January 11th and streaming on Paramount Plus. New CBS Thursday. Watch better way to celebrate Gangsters.
Oh, child, hold on. Let me put this on mute. Okay, we here. Oh, your time. This your case. Hey, y'all. I was having issues with the audio. Yes. Oh, it was less than a minute. Can't say I ain't got time to be playing with y'all. Oh, Lord. Queen of Hearts. Who the hell knows? And I got that music playing. Who the hell knows with him? He a little pissy because everybody keeps returning his donations. And it's just like, them people have a right to not want to have their stuff sullied. Especially in an era we're living in where everybody has to be very careful. Did y'all hear McFoley was like, he's done with WWE until this current administration is out of office, and I have to respect it? Like, I'm gonna try to diversify, and you know, if I can't do like live streams every week for different promotions, I'm gonna try to get into different promotions. Ooh. Oh God, I realized my lipstick is on the ground. Hey everybody. Aww. What's up, everybody? Hi, Hassan. Aww. Anita and Mr. Dupree, they very much give everything that needs to be gave, but I hope they can work it out and fix what's going on, especially because the writers make it seem like he's cheating on her, and she just had that biopsy, and we don't know what's going on with her. And if I sound congested, I am. Ooh, poetry. Ooh, poetry. We love it. We love to hear it. I am doing okay. I'm congested, as you could hear my voice, so there's that. And is not for me doing all that boohoo crying on Saturday. It's cold outside, and then, well, the heat is on. I live in the Midwest, so we're getting all the weather. Like, if you live up north, or if you live in the Midwest, or if you live in the mountains somewhere on the West Coast, that's where y'all gonna get snow. Like, y'all understand. Um, well, if you live in the mountains in California, some areas of the West Coast do get snow, like Washington, but too much, and I'm congested at this point, and it's just like, yeah, no, I don't like this. The trouble is everything to me. Not, oh, child, I got to get to. There's so much going on. I was not on yesterday. What is it? We had a cable technician come out because the TV, like the TVs and the Wi-Fi had been glitching. Like, if y'all notice, like sometimes my lives would cut out. If it happens now and I come back, then I just know it's um the tech I'm using. But the Wi-Fi and the TVs have been glitching for like 4 weeks straight. Typically they would glitch, but it would be just due to like weather, and it would glitch and then it would stop, and then we would restart the TVs, we would restart the modem, and then everything would be okay. That did not happen. So yesterday it was just like a big thing, and the time the tech was supposed to come would be the time I was supposed to go live yesterday. So yeah. So the time the tech was supposed to, no, actually, the time the tech was here, I would have been live for Beyond the Gates. The tech came at exactly 1 o'clock, and I was supposed to be live at 1 o'clock, and the tech was scheduled from 12 to 4. But he had already let me know that he had like one more stop, and he was going to make it towards me at like 12:45. And even before then, I was like, yeah, I'm not going to be able to do it because I have to, be aware of everything. So he came in, he fixed he let us know the problem was outside, which saved us $150. The problem was definitely outside with the line that had been put up, like, I believe, way before I was born, where the line was only for house phones, but with everything like internet and phones and TVs, it just wasn't up to par anymore. So they had to fix that. They had to clear some stuff up in the basement. We got new cable boxes, and then we got a new modem. And by the time all that ended, it was 4:30. So I did watch yesterday's Team with Tony Soprano and EG teaming up. Team with Tony Soprano and EG linking up to go after a political position? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Timu Carmella, go ahead and throw that Uchi Walla Walla Uchi Bang Bang on him to distract him from the fact that he over here trying to take Martin's position, all because Martin don't want to help him in his schemes, plans, and scams. EG won't make it to a political position. And I saw that Miss Anita had a biopsy, and she's tired. That's not why she's tired. Ooh, I hope Christmas it goes off of that hitch. Oh no, but you gonna be right by her side, Daddy Dupree. I love eggnog. Oh, he nasty. Aww. What is his secret? That man has a secret. Oh boy, hush. Aww, he good with his words. Sexy Santa, Mrs. Claus. Ooh. Oh, y'all nasty playing around like that with reindeer names. Ooh. Child. He do not. That what he said. Oh, girl. Pick yourself up off the ground. You would crawl. You would crawl to him. Vanessa, Timo Carmela, you disappoint me so much. You disappoint me. You disappoint me, girl. Girl, she said she had crawled to him. What? Y'all heard her correctly. She said she would crawl to him. What the hell? Oh Lord, Jesus, get up. She said she would crawl to him. I want her to get her self-esteem back. I want her to realize that this man ain't her man. Your man is your man, it's my man, that's her man too. Vanette. The vocals ain't there today. And my makeshift microphone is over there. Vanessa, that is not your man. Timo Carmela, that is not your man. He don't even like you like that. He's using you. When you go down for when it comes out that money laundering is happening, you're the one that's going to be going down. Unless you somehow, some way are able to tell on him. And I doubt you're going to be able to do that. And it's just like, do you not see what's happening? What's not clicking, Steven? He's setting you up. I would crawl to what? No. We don't crawl to men. Men crawl to us. We don't crawl to men. That's sacrilege. Miss Nita, getting ready for the holidays, and she's still not telling, Daddy Dupree that she's had surgery. Well, she had a biopsy, and they're trying to figure out what's going on with her. She's keeping it a secret. He's like, well, let's just take a trip. We're going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship, zooming through the sky. Let our eyes stop. He don't. She like, nah. Can't do that. Too busy. Too busy. Got a lot going on. Got to get the Christmas decorations. Got to put everybody on a calendar. Got to hop, skip, and jump our way around. Fairmont Crest, going to everybody's houses to make sure we're giving everybody the time and the space and the love and the energy that they deserve over these good old holidays. Y'all can't go, can't go, can't go. And it's just like, oh, it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. And Andre and Danny are looking for the Christmas card photos of what they're gonna be. And so they gotta set up a new photo shoot because Baby Lorenz Tate wants it to be very much sexy and us and we were in love. But they're going over there to get themselves on Miss Nita's calendar. Ooh, ooh, okay, Lynette, you picking it up. It's a scam. It's a mark. You lying wench. You're not in love. She gonna keep all the secrets. Child, child, please. It's a scam. Oh, don't throw that. What's that your lowest point? No. Yes. Okay. No means no. Why the hell does anybody have to explain it? I don't know why she has to explain her no. If the answer of me moving in is no or not right now, then that's what it should be. And the fact that he feels hurt by it, he's not hurt. He's just upset that his plan trapping cat ain't working the way he wants to work. Timu Cartmella. out, girl. Not bringing up Boozy Susie again. Yeah, Boozy Susie thought he probably had every, he probably thought he was gonna have a very long life, and then your man's, snuffed him out. Yeah, yeah, he did that. He snuffed him out, and ultimately, while that is really sucky, it's really sucky for him. I don't know what you want us to do about it. You over here bearing your heart and your soul and your mind and your body and your spirit to this man who don't give a fuck. He don't. He do not care. If not caring and if not caring was a person, it would be Timu Tony Soprano. He don't care. I don't get why cats know it has to be explained. I don't know why she has to explain her no. If somebody asked me to move in with them, no. There's probably reason behind the no, but no. No means no. Maybe means no. Yes means yes, and at any time a yes can become a no. And it's not up for debate for you to manipulate, bamboozle, hoodwink, trick, flip, lead astray, anything like that to get that person to change their no back into a yes. And you can't do that to somebody whose no is a no. You can't do any of the things I mentioned to get them to turn that no into a yes. See how that works? A maybe can become a yes, but a maybe is still very much a no. That goes for consent and anything in life. If she don't want to move in with him, she don't have to move in with him. His feelings aren't hurt because he wanted her to move in for real. His feelings are hurt because EG told him to lock Cat down, to basically use Cat as a stepping stone to get to where he wants to be. And Cat, her discernment is fighting what Cat thinks that she should give him versus what her heart and her mind and her body and her discernment are telling her. They're fighting against it and telling her, you hear us telling you to not do it. He is not the one for us. Stop playing games. Y'all, don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to like the video. But Kat is like, I hurt his feelings. And it's like, I don't particularly care that you hurt his feelings. He deserved it. He's using you. He doesn't even really like you like that. So, to each his own. Whatever happens, happens. And that's his fault. Meow. Triple H is sitting up here lying on Lynette talking about, I'm rocking back and forth. Or rocking side to side because I'm cold. Triple H over here lying to Lynette, talking about I fell in love, and Lynette is like, okay, first and foremost, you taught me how to run the con. Never use the real names, use the fake names, because if you use the real names, it becomes too real. Then on top of that, you always had the gene in your body, like you were born to do this, to love them and leave them, to catch and release. And you sitting up here lying to her, talking about I fell in love. I fell in love, and she was like, listen, you might have fell in love, but your husband has all the makings of being a mark. Good-looking rich man who you slipped into his bed, a good looking rich married man who you slipped into his bed by way of using someone very close to him to get in contact with him. Sounds like a con to me, and it's just like, it is a con. She's sitting up here lying to you, and she's trying to take him out. So while I'm thinking she was going to use Wig to set up for the poison, and she might end up using Lynette to be set up for the poisoning. Who the hell knows? Ooh. Mm. Oh. Mm. Hmm. She said even if Doug had lived, she would have left Doug for him. Vanessa, Timo, Carmella, the hell are you doing? Who is she trying to convince? Herself, him, or us? Who's oh, mm. Fate. She finally got a friend. Oh, she finally got a friend. Lynette said, I was tired of not seeing my name on the side of a coffee cup. And you know, who the hell knows? Me getting caught up on something I didn't do might have been, kismet. But Triple H is very, very happy to have her scamming ass partner back. Tater Thought gets a top tier, high level criminal case to work. So this might be getting him where he wants to be without having to use Cat. Oh. Mm. Mm-hmm. I mean, she's not wrong. Mm. Kat's not wrong. I love the fact that she was like, listen, all the women who've come before me, whether it be on a unaliving podcast, a true crime podcast, or in our lives, had to relearn how to be themselves again because the men that they gave up their lives for left them twisting in the wind after everything went kaput. I respect it. Aww. Oh, Miss Anita's keeping a secret. It's getting to her now. She asking Daddy to keep a secret. Danny is it's like something is wrong, something is going on. It's like, yeah, something is. I respect the hell out of Kat. Kat said, like, looking at her family and looking at the true crime podcast she'd listened to, and basically it's like all these women who have come before me, whether I be related to them, I know them personally, or I just listen to what happened in a true crime documentaries or podcasts, gave up everything and who they were for a man, and that man eventually left them twisting in the wind. Whether it was a year later, whether it was a week later, 2 months later, a year later, 5, 10, 20, 30, 40 years later, those men left them twisting in the wind. And those women, if they were able to pick themselves back up and find out who they were and get back to themselves, had to do that. The others snapped and went full psycho. And she's not trying to go full psycho. Because she's like, girls like me, after all that stuff happens, yeah, we gonna let loose. It is going to be terrible. EG cheated on, you know, cheated on. EG cheated on Danny with a plethora of women, but finally left her for the woman who's now trying to take him out and take him for all he has. Crewneck cheated on Nicole while she was going through the hardest time trying to get pregnant, having miscarriage after miscarriage and failed IVF treatments. Was cheating on her, taking her son around the said woman that he was cheating on her with, lunch dates and dinner dates and all that stuff. He was pillow talking with this woman, so he was talking to this woman about Nicole's fertility, only for this woman to come back years later and do what she did and throw it up in his face while bringing a child along with her. And then let's not forget that one night in a snowstorm when Martin's fever was so damn high that he could have died, that Crewneck was laid up with Wig and lied to Nicole about it when he finally got a hold of her down to that hospital about what's going on. Fuck out my motherfucking face with this. There's a reason why is people are like, she didn't even try. She didn't even try to forgive him. Why can't she forgive him? I was like, when you list off all that stuff, I don't see how she could forgive him, especially after he's like it was 20 years ago. Yeah, but that 20 years came to smack her in the goddamn face, and that lady kept talking about the different things that she knew about Nicole, the most intimate details about Nicole's life during that time. That woman knew and kept throwing in her face. And then Tomas slept with Eva. Tater Tot slept with Eva. And it's just like, you wrong for that because that's her sister and you did it to boost your ego and to prove a point to her that you are good in bed. And then her sister did it because her sister does not like her. As much as people like to defend Eva, she does not like Kat because she was raised to not like Kat. She was raised to feel like Kat stole her life and that everything Kat has should be hers. Kat's life and Eva and Wig's minds should have been Eva's, and that's not how it goes. So while other people will look at Kat crazy for being like, yeah, no, I'm good on the whole moving in with him thing, I'm here for it. And maybe this whole case with Lynette and working on her case and that stuff will get Tater Tot where he needs to be when it comes to being in EG's good graces. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. And then Lynette, her Triple H's friends. They scamming partners. Lynette then got caught up for something she didn't do. And she said maybe it's karma for the things I did do in the past, but she was tired of not seeing her real name on a cup, and now she's here. But she does have an inkling that Triple H is scamming EG, and it was like, girl, she is scamming. You know your partner anywhere you see her. But Triple H is glad to have her friend back, and I'm like, Lynette, you better watch your back, because if she don't set up Wig to take the fall for the poisoning, she's going to set you up to take the fall for the poisoning. She's going to set you up. And Triple H is thinking that, oh, Lynette knew she was going to be here and all that stuff. And it's just like, I don't think, Scamarella knew you were going to be here. I don't think Scamarella knew you were going to be here. Scamarella was looking for the best of the best. When she walked up in that office, she didn't know who that man was. She just knew he was a lawyer and she needed his help. Miss Anita had Danny promise that she was going to take care of Daddy Dupree in case anything happened to her, and Danny is looking like, okay, something's wrong, something's up. But Miss Anita is like, oh no, you've always been his baby girl. Just promise me, everything at the Winterfest just got to her. Child, I don't trust it. Who the hell asked you? Kristen's Mission Impossible. Chelsea, what the hell are you doing? Uh-oh. Let's talk about work. Don't you ask her to move back in. Oh, no, not move back in, move in. Ooh, bitch, did you just say negative? I know he did not just say. I know he didn't just say negative. Child, I'm sick of toe tag. She said, "Don't risk your career trying to impress EG." I mean, that's not negativity. She's being true. She's being right. My dog is barking. She's very rude. She's not finally getting what she deserves. She wants $10 million and life insurance money. Not the wretched dollhouse. I was with Kat. You don't do criminal cases. Don't risk your career on a criminal case trying to impress somebody. And then why you always gotta be negative about my career goals? Ooh. Vernon came about the bring yourself. When Vernon came up off that elevator, it's like, here go the turkey now. Oh, jive turkey. All of it. She's so rude. And y'all just gonna have to deal with her. She realized something is wrong. She don't know what, but something is wrong. Danny is like, something is wrong. She doesn't know what's wrong, but something is wrong. And Miss Anita is getting all this love and attention that she so rightfully deserves from her husband. But Danny is actively looking like something is wrong. I know something is wrong. They want to act like I don't know something is wrong, but something is definitely wrong. And it's just like, yeah, something has to be wrong. But I guess they are doing dinner for Christmas at the Dupree family home, which I actually have no problem with. Hopefully, the Ratchet Doll house, the people will take a break for the holidays because ultimately that house is not going to be finished for months and months and months. And hopefully, before it even gets finished, because it's going to take a long time for it to do it, because she tore it all down. She tore down the foundation as well. Who does that? Who does that? You know what? I'm gonna leave it alone. Since it's going to take even more time for the house to be built, maybe, especially because it's winter time, maybe we see Shanice help Crewneck find him a place to live, and we get her an apartment or a house close to there. Maybe something like that. I don't know. I would love to find out how that house ended up being Nicole's. Like, Nicole's like, this is my house. Then Nicole owned the house outright. Was it gifted to her? Did he buy the house for her and put her name on the deed? Like, the house that Nicole has, I wonder how that became specifically her house. I have questions. Lynette and Triple H did a toast. Lynette toasted to her friend getting everything she ever wanted. She's very much bougie. Okay, she's very much wants to have the best life, and she now has it. The carpets now match the drapes now match the carpet, or the carpet now matches the drapes, and she's living in her big bed with her big man in his big arms with big bugs, his big you know what, and she's crying a big Crimea River sob story for her to be the victim of everything. And she's sitting up here lying to that lady because you don't love this man. You're trying to actively take him out. Love don't do that. You can't possibly love somebody if you're trying to take them out. And not in a, excuse me, miss, what's your name? Where are you from? And possibly, can I take you out tonight to the movies? You don't want to take him out like that. You're trying to take him out as in a scene from Psycho. Child, here we go with Vanessa. Here we go with Vanessa again. Oh, she complaining about Doug. You make me feel. You make her feel like a natural woman. Oh, what you done to her makes her feel so good inside. And she don't wanna be. What is she doing? Oh, child, cat, cat. Cat, the man want to be, he want to be Bill, let him be Bill. He want to be EG, let him be EG. Teddy Thought wants to be EG, let him be him. No, you won't. And won't. You won't. You're not. Cat thinks logically. He's thinking illogically. She lying. Her and that wig. It's because she's a scam. friend. Oh, talking about Tomas. Talking about Tomas. He's like, I could read you too, and you don't want to spy on your friend. And she's giving a look, and it's just like, friend, how he know? Oh, talking about Tomas. That's who he talking about. He talking about Tomas. Okay, got it. I'm thinking like, how you know that's her friend? And he talking about Tomas. She talking about Tomas. Kat's thinking logically and is trying to tell Tomas you don't need to be cool or trying to be down with EG because it's not going to go the way you want it to go. It's not going to get you where you want to go. It's not going to do what you think it's going to do for you. Ultimately, this is going to end up hurting you, but he's not listening because his whole thing is you don't understand what it feels like to be ho and have people look down on you for the career you decide to choose. You don't understand what it feels like to have people look down on your parents or to laugh at you for what you decide you want to do in life. And it's just like, as a person who has lived that life of the struggle, who's been looked down on because of the color of her skin or the career she decided to choose, or has a hard time breaking into the career path that she chose because there are either not opportunities out there in the city she lives in, or just the fact that once you put in your resume and they look at your name and they look at, your ethnicity on the application, it's just like, that decided she's going to carve out her own path by, doing photography and trying to build her name up that way and doing content creation and producing and directing her own stuff. Hell yeah, I know what that feels like. And I also know what it feels like when your discernment is telling you maybe this person is not the helpful person you think they will be. Especially if your gut is telling you that, your head is telling you that, but your judgment is clouded and you got somebody who knows how this person gets down and is telling you, I know what this looks like for this person to use you up and spit you out and disappoint you. And you want to be another one of them. Don't do it. And he gonna do it. So while Cat is out here being logical and is not trying to shite on him for trying to, boost his career, he don't give a damn. He wants the money, he wants the status, he wants to do everything EG did, and it better not happen to Cat. It better not happen to Cat. I won't put no woman around him because he's a user. He's a user. EG wants Triple H to help Tomas work on that Wise case after they come back from vacation. She's trying not to read Lynette because he was like, "What you think? She guilty or not? You have a better you're better at reading people than I am." And she's giving nothing. She's trying not to give the energy. And he's like, "Oh no, I know what it is. You trying not to spy on your friend." He's talking about Tomas. He's talking about Tater Tot. Timo Carmella is out here pouring her heart out to Timu Tony Soprano. And she's talking about the marriage was over a long time ago. The marriage was over a long time ago. And Timu Tony Soprano is trying to convince her that you need to actually mourn or help mourn your husband for your children. She don't care about them kids. She don't give a damn about them kids. It does not matter. She don't care about them children. You talking about, well, what would happen if, and what about this and what about that? She does not care about those kids. My dog is rude. Community hips Vanessa is what Randy called her. She don't want nobody else but him. She don't want to be with nobody else but him. He's it for her, and she don't care what her children say. She don't care how her children feel. She don't care what her children want. And that in itself, him being all in with EG, is going to cost him that relationship with Kat. But I do not think he cares. She's telling the truth. She gonna fleece you for everything. Child, Taylor thought is going to ruin his relationship with Kat, which is exactly what he wants. Oh no. Like I said, Danny trusts your instincts. Something is definitely off. And you know it. Something is off and you know it. They weren't doing anything crazy. Uh they weren't doing anything crazy while Chelsea was hiding and everything was getting thrown at her. They were in a completely dressed in a Santa hat and a beard. And basically it was like Rowena was Danny's snitch before she was Chelsea's. And Chelsea ain't gonna find them gifts anywhere in the house. Just like you over here sneaking trying to find your gifts, we kids at heart. I'm not gonna sneak into that house to help with the elf on the shelf. Danny is like, I'm a daddy's girl, but I'm my mother's I'm my mother, like my mother's woman. I forgot how she said it, and she said she would tell me to trust my instinct. Something is going on, and everybody's like, oh, maybe she's just, because of the holidays, and it's just like, no, Danny realizes something is going on, and she picked up on it. That's that discernment telling her something is going on. Kat is over here thinking logically and telling Taylor thought maybe you don't want to work with him because, like, look at everything that's happened. No. Well, Naomi went independent, but Naomi has the Dupree connections and she has a trust fund to fall back on. He doesn't have that, which I respect. Like, listen, I wholeheartedly understand. But if somebody is telling you, you might not want to go down this route, you might not want to go down that route. But like most children, when they touch a hot stove and you tell them it's hot, don't touch, and they try to touch it again and you like it's hot, don't touch, and they touch it again, after like the fifth time you telling them that's hot and don't touch and dragging them away from it, if they get burned, you got to take them to the hospital. And that's basically what's going to happen with Tater Thought. He's going to get burned. And in the process, he's going to lose Kat. I got a feeling like him and Lynette going to end up sleeping together. That's what I feel. That's what I feel. But with that being said, that was it for BTG. We'll be back here tomorrow. I got some work I need to do today, so I won't be here for NXT. I'm going to watch NXT, but I just won't be here for NXT. And then I'm going to try to get into some other promotions because you know what? I agree with Mick Foley. I do. But with that being said, I love y'all. I hope y'all have a good rest of y'all day. And don't forget, if you're on Twitch, hit the follow button. And if you're on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, share your post notifications on the streaming with your people. And hit those links in the description box down below. Vote.gov and vote.org. You got to make sure you're registered to vote. They got to go out there and vote, no matter if it's for a line leader, snack captain, who's going to be in charge of the committee for a new park, or so on and so forth. Y'all got to get out there and y'all got to make sure y'all vote. Got to make sure you're registered. Got to make sure all your information is correct. And just do your due diligence and practice your civic services. And with that being said, I'll see y'all later.